Hello, my name is Peyton Meyer, and today I'll be teaching you how to create a place setting that is functional and unique for any meal. Many families every night sit together to have a meal, but very few know how to use place settings. The average person doesn't know what side the fork, spoon, or knife go on, or even how to fold a napkin. Today, I hope to educate and inform you on how planning and preparing place settings will take you no time at all and can add character to any meal. Today I will be showing you the parts of a place setting and demonstrating a place setting for any occasion, one that is similar but is elevated to include more detailed elements, as well as a seasonal and holiday specific setting. There are many unique ways you can create a place setting. You can use many different themes and colors. The only thing you need to set up a very basic place setting is a knife, spoon, fork, plate, cup, and placemat. These items are the bare bones of creating a place setting. One way that you can elevate your place setting is by adding a centerpiece. Some tips to keep in mind when creating the perfect place setting is that all items should be placed an inch away from the bottom of the placemat. Additional tips to keep in mind when placing your silverware is that the knife acts as a protector for the spoon from the fork, and this can also serve as a reminder that the cutting edge of the knife should be placed toward the fork. First, I'm going to be setting up a very simple any occasion place setting. I chose a neutral placemat to start. Added a black square plate. Next, I added my silverware, napkin, and a cup. For this place setting, I've chosen to add a centerpiece. For this, I'm using a black runner and a plant to keep it simple. My next place setting is elevated for a more formal meal. I've again chosen a neutral placemat. In this setting, you will need a charger first. I next am using a black plate. Now you put down your silverware. For my napkin, I am adding a brown napkin ring to add another layer of sophistication. Lastly, I add my cup. For this centerpiece, I add in beads and a fun plant. This place setting is a seasonal one that will be great for summer or spring. I chose a fun yellow placemat to start. Added a green plate along with my silverware. Next, I added my napkin. When creating place settings, I like to add splashes of color throughout, so I'm adding a yellow flower. Next, I added my bowl, and lastly, a cup. For this centerpiece, I have a green leaf and a yellow piece of fabric that complements my placemat. Lastly, I have a bowl with succulents to finish out the centerpiece. My last place setting is a festive holiday one. I've decided to go for a 4th of July theme, so I've chosen a blue placemat with a red table runner. I first added a red plate. My silverware is next, and lastly my napkin. I added a red bowl to match the plate. And lastly, I added in a cup. For my centerpiece, I'm sprinkling star confetti onto my runner, and then I make sure their placement is even. And then lastly, on top, I put a wooden American flag to finish off my festive look. In conclusion today, I've informed you of the elements of a place setting, types of place settings that elevate any meal, as well as tips to remember when creating the perfect place setting. I hope you have the skills needed to create the perfect place setting in your homes today.